Hey, it's Selena, and today I'm going to show you guys how I make egg noodles. Put the bread flour in a mixing bowl and form a well out of it. Sprinkle in the salt and the turmeric. Then add the baking soda to a teaspoon of water. Crack an egg and separate the yolks from the whites because you will be using 1 egg yolk plus 3 whole eggs. Once all your eggs are in the bowl, you should pop the egg yolks with your hands and swirl the wet mixture in a circle. Then add the baking soda water. Continue incorporating the flour from the edges of the bowl. Once the dough comes together enough, you can start kneading the dough with your hand. You can also take the dough out onto a work surface. Continue kneading the dough with your hands. The entire process should take around 10 minutes. The dough will be very firm, but it'll keep absorbing the flour, so just keep on kneading it. Then the dough will start coming together and it should look something like this, nice and smooth, but also very firm. Then you're gonna form the dough into a ball. Then you're gonna cover it in plastic wrap and allow it to rest for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, the dough will be much more pliable and easier to work with. Dust the dough with flour. Then you will cut it into 4 pieces. I like to flatten each of the pieces and fold the edges in to make it more of a rectangular shape. That way it'll fit better in the pasta machine. While you work with one of the pieces, cover the rest in plastic wrap to prevent them from drying out. Here's the pasta machine I'm going to be using today. It's the Atlas 150 and I got it off Amazon. Then I'm gonna add the cranks and the clamps. So then you're gonna get your dough and you're gonna stretch it out a little. Make sure the thickness level is set at the widest level, and for the Atlas 150 it is level 0. Then you can start rolling out your egg noodle dough. If the edges are uneven, you can fold them back towards the middle, then flatten it and roll it back again through the widest setting. Remember to dust your dough with flour. Then keep cranking the dough out. And just keep rolling. Next, I'm gonna be cutting my thin egg noodles first. I like to use thickness level 6. If only you could uncut noodles, that would look really cool, like if it reverses. Okay, you can dry your noodles. Like this weird thing, you don't have to do that. You can just pile them all together and dust it with a bunch of flour so that they don't stick together. And if your noodles are really long, it'll help a lot to cut them in half. Next, I'm gonna be making flat egg noodles. I like to use thickness about level 7 to 8. It's a little thinner than the thin egg noodles. Then what I like to do at the end is that I like to toss all my noodles together with some flour. Then I like to separate them into 3 bundles. Each bundle is 1 serving. Then lay out the noodles in their bundles and let them dry overnight. Drying them overnight gives them a better texture and it doesn't stick as much when you're boiling it, and it lasts longer. So have fun making egg noodles.